G'day everybody, welcome to GJBricks. In this video I am going to be unboxing and reviewing Monkie Kid's Team Secret HQ, set number 80013. This is a 10 plus set and this is the premiere set in the new for 2020 Monkie Kid lineup. I personally love the look of this from all the photos, but in this video I'll give you my overall opinion of this set and give you a breakdown of how the whole thing goes together, the minifigures, the builds and the actual main base itself. The box is an absolute work of art in my book, so I almost don't want to open this. There's so much to love about the way they've themed this. Even just starting at the top of the box with the Monkie Kid branding is just exceptional, and I love how they keep this sort of red and yellow going all the way through the set with things like the mech having the red stick. If you look at the big mech, it's got the red and gold stick. It's just really well done. Here we have another red and gold staff. Brilliant, love it. This figure here is just awesome, and the cat just rocking it. The stickers here, this graffiti stuff looks exceptionally well done, and again this kind of banner up here is just the level of detail, the artwork and quality Lego's done there is just absolutely, I love it. We're so lucky to have such a company that enjoys doing these things so much, and they have such a team of talented people who actually go to that level of detail. Everything on this just works for me. I love it. I think it's excellent, showing the main play feature, great action scene, everything going on here. This is great, and all of the minifigures clearly on the front there. And you get a bucket load in this set. Let's have a look around the back. I love how the theme carries on around the side of the box as well, with this awesome cartoon Monkie Kid image here too. Looking forward to seeing the cartoon and seeing how this translates, but the city scene behind just carries on, and almost the most interesting bit of the city is here, and you don't see it, it's on the side of the box, so it's a bit of a shame. But then on the top as well we also have this awesome graphic here showing a scene from the cartoon with all these characters. Although that being said, it looks like everybody on the back of the box, on the side of the box there, is actually after Monkie Kid, which is perhaps a little confusing. I thought they were all on the same team. Theming continues, maybe a little bit sparse in places, but we've got the same swoosh around all the pictures. We've got the action scene in the middle. This is a great playset Lego's created here. I love how this opens up. This whole scene is just phenomenal. It reminds me of my childhood, the Masked Crusaders, Action Man, things like that. We had awesome playsets like this, so I love that kind of throwback feel as well for me. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think it works. And just look at everything going on in this scene. We've got engine rooms, we've got vehicle storage, we've got the living area, we've got mech service bay. It's great. So I'm going to open up this box and see what's inside. Here's half the box unpacked. As with all these big boxes, you get an internal box like that, and what that does is it gives the actual box some extra strength when it's being transported, because that's a big space to be supported. So by having another box inside, it makes it stronger without having to make the box itself thicker. So in here is another bunch of bags, and the instruction manual. It's massive. Let's open this one up and just see how much extra. This is actually probably heavier than that one, so possibly because it's got the enormous instruction manual in it as well. More bags. Get it all. There we go. Look at that lot. Wow, that is a very substantial instruction manual. In fact, a whole series of instruction manuals. Hadn't expected that. I expected one big instruction manual, and there's those stickers. So let's have a close-up on those first before I start building it. When I do my reviews, I like to get the whole experience in for you and show you unpacking and show you what's included in the set as well, because I think that's really important, the kind of before, during and after experience. So this is the sticker sheet. Absolutely brilliant. I'd like to say not folded too, although generally when you get them in packs like that, they are never folded, which is great. Look at the size of those stickers though. That's not too bad a number of stickers, to be perfectly honest. Given the material, given what it is, given how big this set is, that's pretty good. I like some of these, especially the mech one there, and the banner on the top is fantastic, and this monkey one here. Now it's going to be interesting to get that on there properly with the gap in there correctly as well, so that'll be a bit of a challenge, but looking forward to it. That might be a case of actually cutting it out and putting it on and then peeling away the bit in the middle to make sure the space is just right. You know, I'll have to get my stickers right. Then we move into the books here. Now I don't think we're going to get, oh, it's interesting, look, yellow pages. I hope that's coming through on the camera properly. These are yellow pages rather than white pages as you normally get in a Lego book. That is very interesting and a nice bit of detail there. So book 1 builds out. Let's have a look. It doesn't actually tell you which bit this is going to build. That's interesting. So usually at the start of these books they tell you bag 1 is going to do such and such, and bag 2 is going to do, or book 1's going to do this, bag 2 is going to do that. So book 1's going to do this mech by the looks of it, and I'm guessing probably a couple of the side, yeah, right. So book 1 is basically the side builds. So the mech, oh no, one of the side builds. So the bad guy there. Let's see what's in. It's book 5. We'll leave that one. Book 2. Again, the one thing that's missing in this, which is a shame, or unless it's in another bit, is they sometimes give you lore at the beginning for these bigger sets, like a bit of an intro and, you know, what this set is. No, so this one's actually building out the interior of the set. So I'm guessing we build the mech and the other one because they're the two bigger builds, and then bag 3 is going to build out this, bag 4 is going to build out that, and bag 5 is going to build out that. So this isn't going to include bag 6, is it? No. So bag 4, book 4 rather. So there's 5 books here, all in all. So they're all pretty substantial. I'm quite surprised they split it like this. It's quite usually one book for a set, but there we go. And then bags 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, building out one side of it. It's not even the whole side. Crumbs. Now, one thing I will say, if you're not aware, Lego actually has an app on their phone which is for you to download Lego instructions. Now, quite often, if I'm not going to actually put stickers on a set, I won't touch the instruction manual. I like to keep them intact, and it's just called Lego Instructions on the App Store, so it's worth going in there, and that way you can also have a digital archive of all the sets you own. So I'll have a look at that one day and show you a couple of sets I built recently, but I did one recently which was the Rex Explorer. Didn't want to put the stickers on, I was purely building it so I could say I built it. Didn't put any stickers on it, so I used the app, so I've got the instruction manual absolutely pristine for that one. Right, I'm going to go and do a speed build on this one, which you can go and check out separately, and then I'm going to go into the review. And here's the finished set. I am going to be straight up front with you. I enjoyed every single minute of the build on this. All 1,959 pieces. Alright, it's probably more like 1,920 pieces because there's about 30 spares. But it was an epic build. This really did make me feel like a kid again. As Dr. McBrick said in his review of this set, it was wonderful to build this. It was so much fun. Everything in this was good. The techniques everywhere were good. There was nothing in this build that was ever boring. I'm going to do a separate video on some of the techniques used in this set because I think there's actually some really cracking things in here. But overall, this set looks fantastic like this. You get these mini builds over here, including the robot. I'll talk about each of those separately. You've got these minifigures here, plus 2 over here that I've just left on there for now. And then this whole build is just fantastic. It looks great. I mean, I love these cargo containers. This whole thing does have a real good vibe in terms of the color, the way it all sits together. It's just, the composition is awesome. It's massive toe. It's really big, and I'll show you a couple of pictures of it next to some other sets in a second. But it's big. It's as big as you think it is. Actually, it's bigger than you think it is. It's the photos actually don't make you realize how big this thing is. It's huge and epic and awesome and wonderful, and I couldn't be happier. As I said, I enjoyed every minute of building this set. Everything. There's lots of little details hidden away in it as well. So what I'm going to do now is break this down and go through each bit of it. So I'm going to start with the micro builds, then I'm going to go through the big set, and then I'm going to go through the minifigures quickly and give you my final thoughts on it. Here we've got the two side builds. I'm not going to spend too long on these. They are very, very simple. It's not too side. Here we've got the two good guy side builds. I'm not going to spend too long on them. They're pretty simple, very, very similar in the way they work. They've got two engines, way to steer them. Mei's is a little more involved in how they've layered this up, but Pigsy's looks a bit better because they managed to get the face on the front of it there, which looks pretty cool. And I like the way they've included a space for his weapons to go as well. That's really nice. Mei's doesn't have that one. She has to carry her sword when she's on her vehicle, but that's fine. And they are stand-up vehicles as well, so... They are pretty simple. Mei's is a stand-up vehicle. Pigsy's, he can sit down in it. Here we have the bad guy's vehicle, which I think is pretty cool. I like the sort of the dark purple accents on there with the grey. It does look mean. It's got flames on the front. It's got flames coming out the back. We've got stud shooters on there. Space for two bad guys, obviously, as you can see there. It's kind of like a wave rider slash jet ski on steroids. I think it's really rather cool build. I like the way it's double hulled as well. I think that's a nice approach, something different. I think this is much, much stronger as a side build than the two smaller vehicles for the good guys. Again, they've included space for them to store their weapons as well. Good touch. I like the practicality of that. And last of the side builds, we have Monkie Kid's mech, and it's a great little mech. I do really, really like this one. I was slightly worried when I went into it because there was a similar mech in Ninjago's line that had these fixed legs, so they've borrowed that design, but it actually works really well for this one. I think because of the color scheme. That mech was very red. This one's very sort of vibrant with the yellow, the red, the green. There's all sorts going on here, as well as this staff, which is a really interesting piece. Monkie Kid sits there quite happily. This chest piece hinges down, so he goes in there like that. Very easy, very secure. He's in there solidly, and in theme, in keeping with the other ones as well, there's even a space for his staff to be attached to the vehicle. It's something I don't see very often in sets like this, but I like the fact they've gone to that level to make sure you can always keep everything with who's in the vehicle. I think that's a really good idea. The one weak spot I would say for me on this mech is the way that this is attached. It's really like, it frustrates me. Like, it's a really good idea, but it doesn't work. Like, it just, even with the hands in place, like here, like it doesn't stop it moving about and flapping around, which is a real shame. It would have been so good. That's the closest you're going to get that, but the minute you start moving it, look, it's loose again. So it's frustrating. That's my one gripe with this. Otherwise, I like the fact they've included hands. They've got that attachment to put stuff there. He's got stud shooters on this arm. Around the back, nothing to write home about, but I do like how they did the feet with these like engine block pieces as well. I think that's pretty cool. And I love the way he attaches into the main mech bay in the actual boat, which is really cool. So yeah, it's a good build. I'm going to have a think about how to fix this. This is just, yeah, kind of want it without that. Here's the star of the show. You really can't help but marvel at just how good this set looks put together. It is truly an epic build. This is one of the most epic builds Lego's done in their sort of non-creator expert lines, I think. It just really does shine in so many ways. You can see how much has gone into this set. And I will say from the beginning, I think Lego's actually sort of taken a lot of what they've learned from doing the creator sets and put it into here. When you look at the detail that's put into the outside of this to make it feel like it's alive, this sort of, it's not quite greebling, but it's detailing in terms of these pipes everywhere. There's things going on with boxes. There's a cat flap here, which we'll talk about in a second. There's gutters, there's air conditioning, there's plants growing. That is not things that 5 years ago you would have seen in a Lego set that is sold to kids. You just wouldn't. It would be in an expert set, and you might get a couple of little things like these solar panels, but you wouldn't get this level of detail. And this is what makes this set stand head and shoulder above anything else I've built from a sort of playset point of view from Lego. with the exception of maybe like the Lego movie sets of Destiny's Bounty and the Ninjago, the docks and things like that. Those sets are epic in a different way as well, but those again are more like creator sets, and this is that same kind of thing at a slightly smaller scale, but not really that small. And going around it, like, it's just everything's packed in. Like even down here we've got things going on, this different styles on all the containers as well. The one slightly odd feature is this cloud here, which is obviously meant to be steam from this. I don't know how else they could have done that one, but it does look a little bit cartoonish compared to everything else. I will start with maybe the worst part of this set, and that's this side, because this really is like the B side. There's nothing here. There's really, they've put a couple of things up here, but really there's no detailing, there's no stickers, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing to do. You've got the back of the sign here, but there's nothing to do here. There's a couple of these tires on here to stop it knocking against the docks, but that's it. You've got the control tower up here, and then going around here, and again the back as well similarly suffers from, there's not a lot to do here. But then why would you? I mean, there's nothing, you know, the play features are all at the front, and when this set opens up, which we'll do in a second, do have this big hole here. I actually had high hopes when I was building this that this panel here would open, but it doesn't. It's all fixed together. That would have been pretty cool. And you can see here, this is how they've done the hinges. So they haven't used Technic or anything to do that. They've actually done a kind of brick built approach here, with a Technic piece in it, admit, but using bars to actually hold it together, which is a nice trick. I have seen them do this before, and the good thing with that is it actually makes it easy to disconnect as well. It just all hooks together. My one reservation is these clips sometimes break, and that's an annoying thing. They have improved them over the years, but they do break. And then up here we've got the crane here, very simple rudimentary crane, and we'll start by talking about that. It is a very simple crane, but it's a very functional crane. Now, it doesn't have a lot of sort of movement in it. You can open it up like a little bit there, and it has a fairly good reach on it, so it's actually quite useful and practical. There's not a lot you can actually pick up on this set with that, but you could use it to pick up the mech. You could add your own containers here if you wanted to, you know, take something from like something on the trains and have little cargo pallets that you put on here quite happily. That would be fine. And it's also a bit of a play feature. If you look in the picture on the box, the minifigures can swing from it. I do like these little plants here growing as well. I think that's a fabulous little detail. We've got a fire extinguisher down here. And then going around here, we do actually have a play feature hidden away, and that is in this, which is the stud shooter hidden away, that if you turn this, it will launch the studs. I'm not going to, because I'll be attacking myself. I don't really want to do that one, but that's a really nice play feature just tucked away in there. Just comes out nicely, some Technic arms there. Works perfectly. We've got a warning bit there to make sure that you know it's coming. Got a crab on there just to make it feel a bit hidden. We've got a cat flap there as well, which is really cool. I do like the way they've done that. Inclusion is it's good to see. This just shows you the level of what's gone into this. That could so easily have just been a tile on there and done nothing, but they made it move. They made it do stuff. It goes inside. You can see what's happening, and even down to up here you can see the Chinese theming up here, very much in line with the temple set that was out recently, the Chinese New Year temple set. And then this awesome sticker here. I will say one thing regarding stickers: a lot of these stickers were very easy to do. This one here I had a slight concern because I had to obviously make it line up perfectly across the two tiles, so that took a couple of goes to get that right. This one here, I wish that was a printed piece because that was probably the most stressful sticker I have done in Lego ever. It took me about 10 goes to get it in the right position, and it's one of those that once one bit starts sticking, the whole thing wants to stick. So it's quite terrifying pulling it off, putting it back on, putting it off. Yeah, and even using the brick separator approach to put it on didn't make that any less stressful. I will talk about one feature up here, which is the bridge up here. So this is where you stand and control the ship. This is where Sandy's going to stand. He's the big guy here. He can actually fit on there quite comfortably. Lego's done a nice job of using one of those 4x6 plates with the smooth area to make it easy for him to go on there. But it would have been really nice to see this as a proper kind of bridge on a ship. It really would. But then I guess the challenge there is it would have to be massive to support him, and it would also add a bucket load of parts to this set, which probably wouldn't be something that Lego was keen on doing. So it does work as it is. It is a play feature. It is designed to be easy to get to like that, so it does work. As an AFOL who likes to see a bit more detail in here, that would have been cool, and it's something that maybe I'll add to this set, because I do plan to make some changes to improve this set, which I'll do separately in another video. One feature I haven't included are these doors here, hidden away. You can get down there, and then there's the addition of these ones here, which open up to reveal vehicle bays. So this is where we can put in these little guys. They can sit in there quite happily, and we can close that up, and this really is then a full mobile base, a full mobile fortress for the Monkie Kid and his team to be out there defending us, trying to complete his mission. There we go. So that's both of them in there, and then they come down, and that's just really nice. That's such a smooth action, so nice. Completes the line here. I do like the way this hull has been done. These are quite involved, these hulls, to get them to do the shape they want. I think it looks great. As a barge, it is a massive barge. It is a massive set, but I think overall, visually, let's just look at that one more time before I open this up. It is a great, 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 great set. Taking it off of the base, we can now do something really, really cool, and this is where I go back to my childhood of masked Crusaders and things like that, where we have vehicles that turn into bases. We grab here, pull apart gently, the whole thing opens up magnificently. Look at that. How awesome is that? We have an entire base in there. This is, I love this. Lego, if you are listening to my review, please do more of this. This is exactly what we want to see in Lego sets going forward. We need sets like this in each of the lines. Ninjago needs this. Monkie Kid's got it now. These are what will keep the kids playing forever and ever with these sets. There's just so much going on in here. We've got the mech bay over here with the stickers. We've got the equipment for repairing it. Even down to, we've got pipes and things like that. They've gone to that level of detail in here now. You can see this is separated away from the main bit, which makes it easier to look at, because this is quite large. We can have a look in here. What's really quite clever with the way they've done this is this mech bay here. So there's the tools, there's the vehicle here. The mech actually comes in and sits here. We can take the we have to take the staff off. Now this is one thing I will say, I haven't figured out where the staff is supposed to go in the scheme of things here. There's no actual obvious place for it to go. But what happens with the mech is it's got these two bits on the back here. Let's hope this is focusing so you can see it properly. And they attach to these two hooks here. So when you put the mech in, it's actually beautifully secured. There it is. That's actually now clipped in. Perfect. So that's not going to move anywhere. So no matter what we do to move this, that mech's just there. Look, see? Not going to go anywhere. This has fallen out, but that mech is in there perfectly. So I think that's really cool. I have no idea where this goes though. They seem to have forgotten to put anywhere to clip this in. It can't be held in the hand, because then the thing wouldn't close properly, because it would be in the way. So I don't know what's supposed to happen with this. There is a space for Monkie Kid staff though, which is down here. That clips in here. So they've gone to that level. They just didn't put one in for this for some strange reason. We've got a ladder here as well, so you can climb up. I really like how that works. I think that's really, really cool. I like the fact this comes apart. They've gone to that level of thinking about what would kids want to do? What would they want to do when they're playing with this? They might want to take it apart and actually have it all separate. So here we go. There's the other one. So we've got this middle build here, which is the tower. We've got an area in here where Sandy can stand. We've got another door here which goes into the interior from the outside. There's nothing else to really talk about on the interior of this one, other than there's two control panels down there that you might be able to see, but to be honest, they're not much to write home about. They are just little control panels, token control panels. And then on the other side, this is where it gets really cool again. We've got another bay for the vehicle, equipment to repair that vehicle, and then we've got the living quarters. And this is brilliant. I'm going to zoom in on this. This is just so amazing. And here we start to see some more borrowed from the Creator line. Not only do we have pipes and detailing on the inside here, this is on the inside of the build. We can actually remove this too. How good is that to get into this interior here? So we've got the bunk bed here where Pigsy's hanging out. We've got up here a home for the cat. Now the cat doesn't actually have a name on the box. It must have a name, so I would like to find out what that is. If anybody knows what that is from the lore, let's find out. But that's where the cat lives. Nice little cat house here, fits in there. We've got a toilet. Again, well detailed, because we can actually take this off and see what's underneath there. Again, the creator idea. Everything just comes apart and we can see right into that toilet. And there's a proper toilet with a sink. There's a toilet and there's a shower as well. How good is that? Like, this is a kid's playset and it has that level of creative detail in there. I think that's fabulous. Well done, Lego. This is brilliant. I love this so much. And now to put everything back together, let's turn this around so you can see what I'm doing. Put the bridge back here, and these clips just all go together like that. Just clips in and you hear a click. That's that done. We'll do the same with the other side here. Bring it round. Clips together. So easy to do. Now it does come apart a little easily at times, which is, you know, annoying, but you can deal with it quite easily. It's a minor thing for just how well this works as a set. Now one thing that's really cool is these clips here are what holds it together when it's in the boat form. So if we slide all this together, what we'll hear is a nice satisfying click. And there it is back together. Let's put these creator bits back on. So easy to do. I love that they've included it that way. And there we go. That's everything back together the way it needs to be. Perfect. What a brilliant playset. I think Lego has absolutely nailed this. Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Here's me. What a fabulous, fabulous minifigure. The printing on this is awesome. I think the quality on these has gone up. I don't know what Lego's done and changed, but it looks really, really crisp. That dragon on the front of her outfit is perfect. All the way up to the helmet as well. Very, very clear. You can see the detail in that. It's very, very fine. And then also there's some stuff on the legs there as well. Again, finely printed. Nice headpiece. Very kind of Power Rangers. The one thing I will say though is that quickly as you go around here, there's no printing on the side there, which is a shame. It would have been really good to carry that on round, but there isn't anything there. I do like that helmet though. I think that looks really, really cool. And again, the sword has the dragon head there too. Very cool piece. And then around the back, we have the tail of the dragon coming round, which is really cool. It's just a shame, like, it would have been so good to have the printing on the side there to really finish it, because it is just such high quality. The way that looks and the way the front looks is just brilliant. But to not have the printing on the side is, I feel like, a really missed opportunity with this figure. Now she actually comes with a second headpiece, so we can take this off and swap the helmet over to her hair, which has this dash of green. We start to see who she is. She's got that cheeky look on her face. Again, a great look. Love this hairpiece. Looks fabulous. That dash of green in there as well, keeping the theming of the minifigure going. And then she's also got a second face in here as well. This is sort of her battle face as opposed to the friendly face. Looks good. Again, the print quality on this is great the whole way around. I really, really do like this figure. I'm going to go with her hair for the time being. She's not going to be having a battle for the time being. Pigsy is a piece I think will be very popular with a lot of people. He comes in a couple of the sets. It's good to see that he's in this set as well. Obviously, being the biggest set, you get all of the good guys. Brilliant, brilliant printing once more. Great outfit with this coat with the buttons there. He's got clips across his jacket. You can see the t-shirt underneath. You can see he's got a few bits of food in there. He's got pockets on his trousers. And that head is awesome. He looks a bit cranky. Obviously, he's an angry man. He's an angry pig if you look in the teaser for the video. But what a great piece. Love it. Again, no printing on the side. And then around the back, he's got the branding for the Pigsy Food Empire. He's got a couple of things to eat with on the back there. Pockets, his utility belt kind of thing. Great, great minifigure. The one everybody wants to see, Monkie Kid. And he does not disappoint in the slightest. From head to toe, this is a fabulous minifigure. He's got printing on the legs, the feet, he's got a keychain hanging off there, he's got the cool jacket with stickers and pins and things like that on it. He's got a t-shirt on underneath that you can clearly see with the zipper. Printed excellently, exceptionally good quality printing here. I don't know what Lego's done, but they look so good. You can see just how crisp and clear this figure is. He's got his serious face on there, that fabulous headpiece with the headscarf on there, looks brilliant, and the headphones around his neck. Now that's a new piece, I believe. I haven't seen that one before. It might have been in one of the collectible minifigures and I've missed it, but really looks good. Again though, same problem, no printing on the side of the torso, but we do at least have printing on the legs this time, which is good to see. His track pant, kind of Adidas style pants there. And then on the back, there's the Monkie Kid logo. And again, just finishes off around the back here brilliantly. Great minifigure. And his staff there as well. I love it. I think he's a fabulous minifigure. I think this is a great piece. I think he's a great star of this lineup. Here we have the big figure of the set, Sandy. I'm not usually a fan of big figs, I will say. I don't really like them a huge amount. But this guy, he's won me over. I think he's fantastic. I love the blue, the orange, the necklace he's wearing, his ridiculously oversized staff, which I will say is a little hard to manage, to be honest, because he can't actually pose him very easily because his staff is so big. Like, he can't have his arms straight, he's got to have his arm always up. So lucky he's got those big muscles. But what a great figure. Love the colors. Not a huge amount of printing, but then he's got all this two-tone on there, which is great. And then again, track pants on there, nothing on the back, but really well contoured and detailed. I love this blue, and this orange combo is just brilliant. Here we have General Ironclad, who's holding the fish that he's using to try and lure the cat away, Sandy's cat. So the quality on the minifigure printing is again great. You can see I'm using a secondary light source here, so you can actually see just how good that figure looks, because he's got so much going on in that front of that outfit. It looks really cool. I love these helmet pieces. They are brilliant with the horns and the bull bar, the bull nose there. Again, no printing on the side, but he's one extra. He got the cool axe. He's got a cape on the back, and he's got the shoulder piece as well. Now these minifigures don't actually have any printing on the side either, which is a shame. Now there is printing on the back here as well, just follows on from the front. But again, no printing on the side, which is a shame. Nothing at all. I feel like that's a really missed opportunity. But we've got the shoulder piece there, the spikes. He looks really ready to do business, ready to rumble with Monkie Kid. Next up, we've got Grunt, who is also the same as Raw. They're both the same minifigure. No difference there. These are the two guys that are on the jet ski vehicle. Again, very cool. They've got purple horns this time and a slightly different print on their chest, but again, similarly good quality. Purple arms this time, which makes it really stand out. I like the colour choices here. Again, no printing on the side though, which is a shame. And then round the back you can see this is very similar to what is on the back of General Ironclad. Good minifigure. Now these guys don't have faces under here, they're actually coloured bricks under there. Let's just have a look at that so you can see what it is. That's what they have for heads, so don't take them off, they'll be a bit scary. And then the last minifigure for the bad guys is Snort, who's got a chainsaw and this rather oversized rocket pack on the back, which makes it absolutely impossible to stand him up on his own. He does have to be attached to something like this. Can't see any printing there, obviously. It's a pretty cool jetpack though. I do really like that. It's so ridiculously over the top. How on earth could you possibly fly that? But he looks fabulous again with all that purple really standing out there. I think this is a great line of bad guys. I really do like them. It would be irresponsible of me not to include my favourite figure from this set, which is the cat. He's fantastic. Look at him. Keeping that orange and blue theme from Sandy with the Mohican there, the orange stripes, the orange collar. He's great. I think he is exceptional. I love that he's included in this. Obviously he's Sandy's cat, but I just love that he's included in that. And again, great bit of molding there, great printing. What a unique, colourful, fabulous, awesome cat to include in this set. I think this really finishes off the fact that they live on the barge, is the fact they have this cat. And obviously, based on the fact that General Ironclad also has a piece of fish for him, suggests that he is a quite important character, the guard cat, if we will, of the barge. Overall, this really took me back to my childhood in so many ways. The way it opens up, becomes like that play base. For those of you who are from the same generation as me, this makes me think of things like Masked Crusaders that had those vehicles that opened up into bases, and it was really good fun. This is what that is to me. Lego has really captured that essence for me, and I hope a whole new generation of kids grow up appreciating how good this is. This really is a proper playset. This is something I've not seen Lego do before, or at least not at this scale, and I really do hope Lego does it more, because the amount of time anyone will get out of this set, either looking at it, playing with it, opening it up, doing things with it, it will provide a lot of pleasure to anybody that owns this set. That is my honest opinion. I don't think Lego has put a foot wrong with this set. I did have a couple of reservations about it when I went into this review, thinking maybe it was a bit expensive for what it was, but I really do think this set is worth every dollar, every cent, every penny of how much it costs. There is so much value to be had from this set. Even from a parts point of view, there are some massive parts, there's lots of colours. You look at a cost per part ratio on this one, and yeah, maybe it does look a bit high, but actually it's not, because there's so many big pieces in it. I really don't like doing the analysis that way. I would rather look at the weight of this. And this box, when I opened it up, was packed to the brim. As you saw in the beginning of this video, it was heaving with stuff. I even came around to a couple of things in this set I didn't think I would like the mech. I think the mech's actually really good. I just don't like how the staff attaches to the hand, as I said. Otherwise, that mech is much better than I thought. My bias there was, there's a Ninjago mech that's very similarly constructed that I didn't really like, but this is better. This is better. Is this better than Ninjago? That's a good question to ask. It's different. It's different. I'm not going to tread on anybody's toes there. I like that Lego has tried to take a completely fresh approach to this and made new characters. It's a new style. It's not Ninjago. It's different to Ninjago, but in some ways it really complements it as well. I have put it next to the Destiny's Bounty from the Lego movie, and they look perfectly good together. They work together. They complement each other. Neither of them steals the show, because they are both such fabulous builds. That again is a great playset, but this one's on a different level because of that mechanism where it opens up and you can see into it and do things inside, and you believe these guys actually live on this boat. They do things on this boat. They run missions from this boat, and these guys are trying to get to them. Fantastic. You know, if I had to pick a weak spot in this set, it would be these side builds, which, you know, they need to be there. They are fun. They are cute. You get these little faces on here. The little piggy look on that one is really good. But if anything, these vehicles are the weakest. The bad guy's vehicle here is good. It's like a little hovercraft, as I said. I like that. I think that works well. There is, obviously, as I said when I was going around the set, that empty side on the back. This is the photo side. This is the money shot here. On this side is where you're meant to view it from as much as possible. The back side, they put some detail in, but everything really is on this side of the set. Would I recommend this set? Absolutely. I think this set is wonderful. If you can get it less than the RRP, fantastic. Good on you. Probably will be able to, assuming this goes for sale in other shops. I haven't seen it anywhere here in Australia yet for sale, but I'm sure it will be at some point. I can't see why it wouldn't, but I have a feeling this will be an exclusive to a couple of shops. Otherwise, yes, I think this is wonderful. I think the Monkie Kid theme has a lot of legs in it. I'd love to know your thoughts on this set in the comments below. Let me know if you feel like this set does represent the value, if you feel like I've covered everything here and you now really are itching to get your hands on this set. As I said, it is massive. It does look big next to a couple of sets like the Ninjago docks, but it doesn't look big next to Destiny's Bounty. It works well next to that one. So it's one of those sets that you do have to have space for, but it will make you very, very happy. As you can hear, I sound like a big kid talking about it. I am just gushing with how much I have enjoyed every moment of building this set. Looking at this set now, I'm still happy looking at it. It's wonderful. I'm gonna let my kids loose on this one at the weekend and see what they do with it. This is a whole new theme to them, and I know Joss is very keen on the Monkie Kid stuff already from what she's seen of what I've done. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there, and that's my thoughts on this set for now. Let me, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Here's a few more links to places I am on the internet, and make sure you check out the links in the description as well. There's a few more things and some stuff that helps my channel out. Thank you so much for watching, and here's a couple more videos I think you will enjoy.